Armed robberies on and off campus raise safety concerns for students, and the football team prepares for its first game of the season. All that and more in this week's Lantern Webcast. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Clark. With the recent armed robberies on and off campus, many students are worried that there could be a repeat of the multiple robberies that occurred here last fall. Anna Dwee has more.
It was around 2:19 a.m. when a female Ohio State student became the victim of an armed robbery here close to Hitchcock Hall on Neal Avenue. Hours later, Ohio State University police sent out a public safety notice via email with a description of the suspect, a description the Columbus Division of Police has heard of before. Within the first week of the semester, police received 2 other armed robbery attempts in the off-campus area by East 16th Avenue. Although these cases may seem similar at first, University Police said there is no direct connection on these crimes, but they do suggest an ongoing concern for public safety on campus, leaving students with mixed feelings.
I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, it happens all the time, especially you're walking around here early in the morning. I mean, it's just kind of expected.
Especially since the crime happened on campus, my thoughts about going to the library later at night change, and even if it was around 11 or 12, I wouldn't want to go to the library because I just wouldn't feel as comfortable walking through campus.
Just last year, students found themselves in a similar situation when 3 armed robberies were reported during fall quarter. Columbus Police Sergeant Richard Weiner said that police have not noticed an increase in crime upon the students' return to campus, but they are aware of the crimes that are occurring. Reporting live for the Lantern, I'm Anna Dwee.
Thanks, Anna. We'll have more on campus safety in a moment, but now some student reaction on the first autumn semester in OSU history. Andrea Henderson has the story.
There have been a lot of changes on campus this year, from the new on-campus meal plan to the recently renovated dorms. But one major change all students are having to face is the switch from quarters to semesters. So far, students have felt scheduling and time management have been the biggest obstacles.
Obviously, they condensed the number of sessions we get for each class, so it's harder to fit time schedule-wise, so there's a lot of time conflicts.
Seems like there's less flexibility, with the quarters you could just mix and match, but I feel semesters are a little more strict about what you have to do. You have to be on your timeline,
The university first began preparing for this transition back in 2009.
When the Senate voted on this in May of 2009, we started planning immediately following that outcome. We had to approve every course, every academic program. And so we had about 12,000 courses, hundreds of programs that needed to be approved and reapproved by the Council on Academic Affairs.
It may seem like a big adjustment, but students have managed to find some positive sides to the change.
I have a longer time to study, so I really like that. I'm able to learn the material more. I like that.
Thanks, Andrea. The recent string of armed robberies reignited the debate about concealed weapons on campus, with Buckeyes for Concealed Carry taking an aggressive stance. Katie Higgins has the details.
Buckeyes for Concealed Carry sent out a mass email Monday in response to recent crimes on campus. The email's title, "It's Happening Again." The organization used the surge in crime as an opportunity to gain student support for their mission.
It's all about restoring your right to refuse to be a victim. That's what it's all about.
The email says that 30 cases of violent crimes have happened near campus already. It also says that being left in a defenseless situation shouldn't be your only option, but that at Ohio State, you have no choice.
The ability, the ability to choose, right? Do I unholster my firearm and defend myself with my gun, or do I keep it? Is it a bad decision to unholster now?
Newbern says that the state of Ohio allows for that choice, and that OSU should abide by state law. But others think guns aren't the way to go.
Rather than arming the student body, maybe it would be better to take better preventative measures so that there wouldn't be as much of a risk.
There's simple ways to avoid that. You walk in pairs or walk with another person and stay off streets that are unsafe at night. Never on campus have I ever felt that it's been unsafe.
But other students don't think that these simple precautions are enough anymore.
You never know when people that like to take advantage of people can take advantage, and they will.
While policing is one of the most effective methods of reduction in crime, allowing the populace, the law-abiding populace, to arm themselves in their self-defense is also very productive.
But Ohio State hasn't said anything official about changing their policies on campus safety. Reporting for The Lantern, I'm Katie Higgins.
Thanks, Katie. Urban Meyer wants to start a new pregame tradition between players and students. Here's Kaylee Cunningham with sports.
Last week, Coach Urban Meyer told students about a new pregame tradition known as Quick Cows that students will participate in before every home game. Strength and conditioning coach Mickey Marotti will instruct students in the south stands on how to do the drill, along with the players on the field. Marotti says he knows it may take a little while for it to catch on, but he hopes the students will love it as much as the players. Also this week, women's field hockey coach Ann Wilkinson celebrated her 200th win. It's Wilkinson's 17th season coaching at Ohio State. Women's volleyball also had some wins this past weekend with victories over Houston and Toledo and a loss to Oregon. And coming off of 2 losses, the men's soccer team hopes to turn things around this weekend at the Wolstein Classic at home. The Buckeyes take on Coastal Carolina this Friday night and Davidson on Sunday afternoon. Make sure to follow the Lantern Sports on Twitter, and reporting for The Lantern, I'm Kaylee Cunningham.
Thanks, Kaylee. That's all for us this week at The Lantern. Be sure to follow The Lantern and thelantern.com for all your Ohio State news. On behalf of all of us, I'm Lauren Clark. Thanks for watching.